Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Sunday, July the 24th, race number 5 at Saratoga. It's the Grade 2 Shuvee, fillies and mares going 1 mile and an eighth, maybe a prep for the personal ensign a little bit later at the Saratoga meet. Let's take a peek at this field.
Want to view free Formulator past performances for this race? Head to the Race of the Day page at DRF.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel and bet this card with DRF Bets.
Now, there's no show wagering in this year's edition of the Shuvee. There's only 4, but you do get 2 of the better fillies and mares in the country in the 3 Malathot and the 4 Clariere. Scan the QR code for Race of the Day access on your mobile devices. Mike, these 2 threw it down last time out in the Phipps when they got a big pace to attack.
Yeah, they did. They both got the right trip that day. They both ran well, Dan. It was Clariere who came out narrowly on top there after Malathot sort of had the advantage through most of the stretch there. She couldn't hold on at the end. Clariere got it done last year when they faced, several times. It was always Malathot who came out on top, but it was hardly decisive, and it was hardly decisive last time.
In a 4-horse race, we don't expect much pace. Timeform US might be able to help us out with who makes the lead. And it's very interesting that Todd Pletcher puts blinkers on Malathot for the first time. She did show speed in last summer's Coaching Club American Oaks. Timeform US believes she can make the front, and in a gray bar, no speed scenario, that makes her doubly dangerous, especially if Clariere is going to try to come from last.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here because this race actually has a lot of parallels to that Coaching Club last year. Another 4-horse field. There was no pace in the race. I feel like Pletcher and Velasquez thought, you know what, we're fastest. We'll go to the lead and we'll try to wire the field. And what happened? Clariere made an early move after her. They decided to race and they set the race up for a big long shot. It'll be interesting to see what happens this time.
Harry Siaka trained a good mare back in the day, Saratoga Dew, and Exotic West has been a really nice $40,000 claim. She won the top flight 2 starts back at this 1 mile and an eighth distance. Got a very nice ride from Castellano that day, pocketed, got to the outside, but I thought won with a little bit more in reserve than that 3/4 of a length margin indicated. Last time out, she just got speed popped by Super Quick, who ran the race of her life. She's certainly improved. She deserves a shot in a race like this, but boy, she's going to really have to step it up against the big 2.
Yeah, I agree with all that stuff. She's just been in really good form. They've done a great job with her prior to the DuPont. Saved the ladies where she dropped the rider. 4 consecutive wins routing on dirt for this filly, and she just kept stepping up in class and running well. I don't think she can beat the 2 favorites in here, Dan. Maybe Castellano will try to get a little aggressive here and go forward. She's not a slow horse early, but she's just not as good as the 2 favorites.
Crazy Beautiful is going to be the distant 3rd choice in this race, and she's a millionaire. She won 3 graded stakes races last year, and her most recent start was at least a step in the right direction after being no match for Malathot and the double dog dare at Keeneland. Let's watch the lady Jacqueline at Thistledown. We see her on the outside here going after Army Wife, and it looks for a second right at this moment. She's going to have all the momentum, and Army Wife's just going to say no way. But Crazy Beautiful has always been a solid horse, and she's tactical enough that if Julian Leparoux wants to get aggressive, I think there's a chance he could make the lead with her.
I mean, those are all true things, Dan. This isn't a particularly compelling loss there, but I guess Army Wife's okay. We'll see if she can up her game enough to make herself a real factor here. As you've already pointed out, Malathot handled her easily 2 starts back, and they tried the big girls twice with this filly last year against Malathot and Clariere, and she was no match either time.
Army Wife, of course, runs Saturday at Monmouth in the Molly Pitcher. Malathot is up next, the number 3, 10 lifetime starts, never off the board, 7 wins. Last time in the Phipps, she was beaten by Clariere. I think there are some that are going to make the argument 1 mile and an eighth is a lot better for Malathot than it is for Clariere.
Yeah, I think that might be true. I don't know. I mean, I think that's a to me anyway, that would be a position that would be pretty hard to defend. But Malathot certainly isn't hurt by the longer distance here. I don't know. Again, it's very close between these 2 fillies, Dan. They both ran really well last time. They have a bunch of races in common, so you kind of already know. You can tell just by going back and watching any of their efforts against each other as 3-year-olds. It's very, very close between them. Trips are going to be very important in here.
Let's watch that Ogden Phipps. It was Clariere against Malathot. There was a big pace going on because Latruska and Search Results threw it down from the start. Search Results emerges from the duel with the lead, far outside Clariere. Malathot at this point, Mike, looks to be going just a little bit better, but Clariere is going to have the momentum on the outside and will get up. They both ran well. They both were aided by a big pace.
Yeah, they were. Malathot holds the advantage here all the way down to about the stripes, Dan, and then she just can't quite get away. And it's the surge at the end from Clariere that gets the job done. But I think it's going to be close again on Sunday. We'll see how it all plays out.
Before we get to our top picks, please click the subscribe button on the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel for the latest DRFTV video offerings. Only a 4-horse field, but 3 millionaires in the Shuvee. We'll take a look at our top selections. I like Malathot at 1 1/8. I'm Clariere's biggest fan. I just think from a trip perspective, Malathot's got a little bit more tactical gas.
Yeah, I mean, I gave her a slight edge as well. It's very close. It's not a betting race. It's going to be pretty fun to watch, though. Even though it's only a 4-horse field here, you wish you could have got more participants, but it's still going to be a fun race to watch.
3-4 for both of us in the Shuvee. Sunday's race of the day at the Spa.